Throughout the year I've renovated this house completely. I got an electric vehicle, changed all the glass, added insulation, got a heat pump, and I did so much to make this house as sustainable as possible. And now we're ready for the next step. We're gonna add even more solar panels to the roof, and we're gonna add some batteries from EcoFlow to make this house future-proof. Hey, it's me, Martijn, and let's get started. With the new Dutch legislation ending the net metering, also known as solderingsregeling, it barely pays anymore to feed excess solar power back into the grid. And that's why I went looking for a smart way to store my solar energy at home. EcoFlow sent me this complete all-in-one home battery setup, nearly 10 kWh, and today I'll walk you through the installation, how everything runs, and the clever ways that it helps me to save on bills and the environment. But first, let's start with what exactly arrived. EcoFlow shipped both the Stream AC Pro with 1.92 kWh and the brand new Stream Ultra X with 3.84 kWh. They also included a Shelly smart meter, all necessary cables, Shelly smart plugs and 4 solar panels with a mounting frame. Basically a smart all-in-one home kit was delivered. And good to know, you can scale it up all the way up to 11.52 kWh by connecting up to 6 units. Even though it's advertised as do-it-yourself, I did get 2 friends to help me out with the solar panels on our flat dormer. Since they were all going up over there, I opted for the flat roof brackets. But EcoFlow also offers options for pitched roofs and balconies in case you prefer to install it there. Once the scaffold was up, we put these strong yet lightweight flat roof brackets up and added ballast. Then we lifted each 20 kg panel and connected them using the standard MC4 cables. As my batteries are tucked away in the attic, except for this one at the moment, I'm just using it for this video, I run some cables myself, but you could also just use the ones EcoFlow provides. It's a plug and play system. So plug them into the Ultra X and you're good to go. If you have multiple solar panels from EcoFlow, you can connect them in parallel or series with those same MC4 cables. Or run them straight to the Ultra X, which has a built-in inverter. It's that easy. Now, as mentioned before, I put the batteries in the attic for 2 reasons. Even though EcoFlow provides a 10-year warranty, guarantees over 6,000 cycles and is IP rated, so we can place them anywhere, including outside, I prefer them up here, so we can still escape downstairs if needed. And secondly, because this meter group is still quite empty. The unboxing was simple. You get of course the batteries, but also a magnetic cable cover, a wall mounting bracket and some paperwork. I linked them in parallel, reaching nearly 10 kWh total capacity. The final piece here is the Shelly smart meter. I just show you the box because it's already installed in the distribution board, and that basically acts as the brain of your whole system, giving you granular insight into household energy flow, especially useful if you have existing solar panels like me. It tracks input and output so your system can optimize your energy usage smartly. I have to be honest, installation was a bit tricky, so I'd recommend hiring someone for that step. Once everything is set up, the real fun begins, balancing production, the feed-in, the storage and the usage, which is all managed through the EcoFlow app, available on both iOS and Android. So once you've powered up the batteries and you're logged in, they appear in your home app. EcoFlow pushed an update immediately, so it's good to see they continuously develop their software. I switched the energy delivery strategy to smart meter monitoring, so the system could optimize based on that input. The app is jam-packed with features, including AI that helps you to maximize efficiency. It gives a clear real-time overview, what's flowing to and from the grid, the solar output, how much the house uses, and the battery status. Turn on the microwave at 1000 watt, you'll see it instantly. The top section even summarizes weather, energy production, usage and estimated savings. Swipe up for a deep dive. Daily generation charge, your energy independence level, variances versus normal usage, and battery status. Tap further and you dive into even more detailed graphs. Going to tab 2 shows you all the devices that are connected. I see both the batteries and the smart meter listed here. Tap on the Ultra X and you'll find the status on battery charge level, connected appliances via its 2 sockets, and what the specific panels are generating. In the system settings section, the last step, I documented that the Shelly smart meter is installed and kept grid feed in at 800 watt output, with battery full and empty thresholds and operational mode set to AI. And speaking about that AI, it costs you about €4 a month, so keep that in mind. But they promise optimizations via tariff and weather data. It needs at least 7 days to learn it properly, so I'll explore that deeper in my next video. Oh, and about that 800 watt, the EcoFlow Stream series can go legally beyond the 800 watt limit. In parallel mode, the two units combine for up to 2300 watts, and in the distributed mode, each unit plugs into its own socket and together still reads 2300 watts. That's big enough to run big appliances like ovens and dishwashers, all powered by the sun. Right now I'm on a fixed energy contract, so trading energy isn't possible yet. That's not really a problem here for me because the net metering is still going on for another year, plus I consume more than I generate, so I don't benefit immediately. But once the scheme ends and a dynamic tariff is introduced, it's going to be a very lucrative system. And that's because you could even earn money with the right dynamic contract. Smart tariff settings could help you make the system pay for itself in no time. Here's a quick interruption of the video, because EcoFlow sent me an update that soon they'll support even more local services. You can already connect it to Tibber, for example, but soon they'll also support the P1 dongle. That means you get much better control over your energy usage with real-time insights from your own smart meter. The batteries weigh around 25 kilograms each. It's somewhat heavy, but still portable enough to move around, and once you plug it back in, the system runs again instantly. Mine are mainly used for storage, but in areas susceptible to blackouts, you could place them around the house. Then in a blackout, for example, you could keep the television, internet and security cameras active. Or plug the water heater cable directly onto the battery to keep hot water flowing during power outages. But you could also, for example, consider to power the fridge or freezers, like I did over here just for this video. To give you more real-life ideas, I hooked some pretty daily appliances to the system. The TV and fan barely make a dent, just a few dozen watts. Switch on the microwave and you'll see the numbers jump fast. What's cool is that you can watch all of this live in the EcoFlow app. For example, every watt being used, where it's coming from and how the batteries respond in real time. To wrap things up to the max, I simulated a full power usage to see how the system holds up. In the EcoFlow app, you can literally follow every single step from morning to evening. So in the morning, the solar panels start from 0, then ramp up to full capacity, and you see the battery percentage climbing steadily. Now, once the batteries are topped up, the system begins feeding back to the grid. Now, throughout the day, different appliances are switched on and off. The water heater, the television, the microwave, and all that usage shows up live in the app. By evening, the batteries were full again and the entire household was running just on battery power. And here's the impressive part. The next morning, I still had about 50% battery left. So in sunny months, we could basically live off the sun alone. Now, for now, they're acting as parallel energy storage to prepare me for the new regulations. However, in prolonged outages, I will just unplug everything and just connect the most essential appliances to the battery so we can still continue to live in the house. And with this 10 kilowatt hour setup, I expect then that we could live off the grid, let's say, for an extra 2 to 5 days. And in the meantime, I hope by then that the grid will be restored. Now, I also own an EV and have a heat pump, so to truly live off grid is a bit too optimistic. I need more solar panels and batteries for that. But if you don't have those two big energy users, the system already works amazingly well on its own. I'm considering to make a second video where we do a deep dive on the AI, the earnings and how the system holds up after multiple weeks, because right now, in all honesty, it runs for just a few days. So if you're down for that, let me know in the comments below. In the description of the video, you'll find a link if you want to learn more about the EcoFlow Stream series, so go check it out or let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Until then, thank you so much for watching and I hope you learned something. If you did, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. So I'll see you in the next one.